Welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to try to clear out some really common doubts existing in our minds regarding homeopathy and materia medica specifically, because I know I have been passed through so many phases of the things which you guys are going through right now. So in somehow these are some explanations which really made me understand materia medica in a better way. Hope these explanations will also help you in having a clearer idea about So the first thing we generally forget, generally we tend to have this doubt, is why are there so many symptoms which are so different in so many different books. There is a kind of uniformity in all the remaining signs, right? For example, your medicine textbook doesn't say so many different things about different diseases, and your gynec, if you take any other non-homeopathic subject, there is a kind of uniformity existing over there. But why it is different in homeopathy and specifically related to therapeutics? So I want to make it clear that materia medica is such a subject which is experimental, which is based on experimentation and observation and drug proving basically. So this is different with different authors or say different physicians, because it has been proved on healthy provers, that means human beings. So it has been proved in different times, and it is also proved in different age groups and in people with different constitutions, different demographic background, different habits, different culture of eating, and so there are so many differentiations if we take. Though human body is something which is uniform everywhere, these characteristics which we consider tend to be changing from place to place, or in the same person it may differ from time to time. So this is the base which we homeopathy or say materia medica is based on, is something dynamic in nature. So the symptoms are not one and the same. Maybe the observer, which we take as a physician who was experimenting or say testing the drug, have a different kind of outlook. For example, if we take Kent, he concentrates more on mental symptoms. He doesn't give much weightage to particular symptoms as such, or say pathological or common symptoms for that point if taken so. But if you take William Borick, or say if you take Boning-Assin, they all consider even particular symptoms. It is a concept of grand generalization by Boning-Assin, wherein he says even the particular symptom is a part of the body of the person, so we have to consider it to be applicable to the whole body. So that is called as grand generalization. So there are so many concepts going around, we get confused easily. I totally understand that. But what I would like to suggest to avoid all such confusion is, first go through all the stuff, and which makes sense to you, stick on to that one concept and experiment from there depending upon that concept. If mental symptoms make sense to you, prescribe basis on that symptoms only. But if you get results, stick on to that. But if you don't get, experiment in different kinds of concepts as well. If you see, if someone is like very staunch on pathological symptoms, maybe they have got some really good results while using pathological symptoms. There is nothing wrong in that. The symptoms which you consider are totally different and totally acceptable in any way. We have to be as much as flexible as possible, because it's such a vast science. We can't confine ourselves saying that it's only mental symptoms, saying that it's only particular, saying that it's only constitutional, like that. Different kind of understanding comes into play in different stages of disease or say treatment. For example, if a person is having really acute issue, we can't say that it's a constitutional remedy, I can't repeat it again. You shouldn't do that, because it's also already given an organon. That in phases of acute thing, we have to go with acute remedy. We can't rely on chronic thing, because it's something which is requiring immediate attention. So we have to be flexible enough, which I think most of us are not. We are very much staunch. We think that only my prescription is correct and I have to stick on to that, and everyone else should follow that only. So that doesn't apply to everyone, because what one learns is up to their own experience. So we can't say that yours is right, mine is right, yours is wrong, mine is only right. I can't say in that way. So whatever may be the thing, but I would suggest you to stick on to one concept which you find applicable to you, which you find, which makes sense to you basically, and go on that terms only. If that gives you good result, go on. But if something else also gives you result, even try to explore that as well. So don't confine yourself saying that only one kind of prescription, saying that only one kind of treatment. Well, we are closing our chances of treating in thinking such way. So it is not correct to think only on mental things or characteristics or PQRS. Different cases demand different kinds of prescription. So that is the reason MM is such a vast thing and it's easily confusing such stuff. So you have to stick on to for some time so that you exactly understand what exactly that MM is and what is happening in that book. So you need a bit of patience and some time, some not a large commitment to that. So it takes a bit of time. So if you are just a beginner, I would like to advise you have really taken a good decision by choosing homeopathy, but even exhibit it in your actions by sticking on to it, referring it to continuously, looking on to the cases, and spending some time in the OP. See how your seniors, I mean to say your medical officers, in the way they are studying, and your lecturers or say your seniors, how they are treating everyone. Just go through that way and explore and ask questions. Learn as much as possible in your college time. I really regret that I didn't do that as much as I think I would have done right now. So what I wanted to share with you all, guys. If you have any doubts, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. If I know that, I would like to answer. If I don't know, I'll learn for you and I'll try to answer that in the best possible way. Hope this video was helpful. If so, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And till then, bye bye and have a good day. Bye.